Hi there, this is Thomas Eugene Schussler III, and today we're going to be opening up our Magic the Gathering Commander Legends Dungeons and Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate Draft Booster. That's a mouthful there, man. Holy shit. So we'll be opening up the Draft Booster today. Here's our promo card that we got for it. Elder Brain. I'll just let you read it because I've already read this twice on our set booster and our collector box booster opening. I got one of those for each of them. So let's get this shown. Ooh, we got cardboard, man. Ooh. All right. Set that off to the side over there. All right. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Times 3 should be 24. Is it 24? We're going to assume it's supposed to be 24. Anyway, that's what we got. All right, let's get this show on the road. So far, our set booster and our collector booster were pretty good. We were pretty happy with those two. So let's see what this one's got. Maybe. These ones aren't opening as good as our other ones. That's sad. And we got the Undercity. I'm guessing the other side is the Initiative. And in this set, the Undercity. So you've got the Venture mechanic from the last Dungeons and Dragons set. And you've got the new dungeon in this one is the Undercity, and you've got the mechanic known as the Initiative, which is kind of like Venture and Monarch put together. I'll let you read the exact wording of the card, but pretty much when you take the Initiative, you either go further into the dungeon you're already in, or you enter the Undercity, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, right? Yeah, at the beginning of your upkeep, you go further into, you move one more space into the current dungeon you're in. And if you're dealt damage, then the person who dealt you damage with a creature, right? It has to be combat damage. Whenever a player controls, yeah, combat damage. Yeah, whenever you're dealt combat damage, you lose the initiative, and the opponent that dealt you combat damage takes the initiative, kind of like Monarch, so. All right, so we got a Scouting Hawk. I don't think I've seen this one yet. It's a 1/1 bird for 2 in the plains. It's got flying, and when it enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic plains card, put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Okay, we got Reckless Barbarian. It's a 2/2 Dragon Barbarian. So the Reckless Barbarian is a barbarian. Are you shocked? And it costs 1 in a mountain. Sacrifice him, add 2. He's a good one. He's going in my red deck. We got Ettercap. It's a 2/5 spider beast for 4 in a forest. And it's got an instant adventure. Web shot. Destroy target creature with flying. And the spider itself has got reach. Aarakocra Sneak. We're going to go with that. I don't think I've seen this one yet. It's a 1/4 bird rogue. For 3 in an island, it's got flying, and when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Ooh. Kind of expensive there, though, for a 1/4 guy. Mykurl's Edict. It is a sorcery for 1 in a swamp. Roll a d20. 1 through 9, choose an opponent. That player sacrifices a creature. Or 10 through 19, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Or 20, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. Tabaxi Toucaneers. Okay. It's a 3/2 cat ranger for 4 in the plains with flying in my raid. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not. That's how I always pronounce it, as my raid. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token that's a copy of that creature that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. Exile the tokens at the end of combat. And my raid is a pretty common ability in this set, so. Prophetic Prism, pretty common card. It's an artifact for 2. And when it enters the battlefield, draw a card and 1 and tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Predatory Impetus. It is an enchant creature for 4 in a forest. It's got enchanted creature gets +3/+3, must be blocked if able, and is goaded. Not sure I like you, guy. Stunning Strike. It's an enchant creature with flash that costs 2 in an island. And when it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature and remove it from combat. As long as enchanted creature isn't legendary, it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So it's one of those tappy ones. Mold Folk. I'm not a fan of this one. It's a 1/1 fungus warrior for 1 in a swamp. It's got lifelink and 1 sacrifice another creature or an artifact, put a 1/1 counter on. Oh, okay. No, this guy was cool. I'm thinking of the other one. Put a 1/1 counter on Mold Folk. Javelin of Lightning. I don't think I've seen this one. It is an artifact equipment for 1 in a mountain. It's got flash. And when it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. As long as it's your turn, equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has first strike. Equip 4. But it auto-equips when it comes in, right? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. An auto-equip thingy. That was an alright one. Lantern of Revealing. I like this one. It's an artifact for 3. It's add 1 mana of any color and 4 and tap it. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't put the card onto the battlefield, you may put it on the bottom of your library. So it's a mana rock with a little bit of versatility to it. Bronze Walrus. It's an 2/2 artifact walrus, are you shacked, for 3. And when it enters the battlefield, scry 2. And tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Juvenile Mist Dragon. Juvenile Mist Dragon, yeah. There we go. It's a 4/3 dragon for 3 and 2 islands. It's got flying, and when it enters the battlefield, for each opponent, tap up to 1 target creature that player controls. Each of those creatures doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Oh, that's sad. Sad for them. Thunderwave. This is a sorcery for 2 and 2 mountains. Roll a d20, 1 through 9. Thunderwave deals 3 damage to each creature. 10 through 19, you may choose a creature. Thunderwave deals 3 damage to each creature not chosen this way. Or if you roll a 20, it does 6 damage to each creature your opponents control. Well, we got a lot of dice thingies in this pack, man. Nothic. It's a 4/3 horror for 4 in a swamp. And when it dies, you roll a d20, 1 through 9, draw a card and you lose 1 life. 10 through 19, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Or a 20, you draw 7 cards and you lose 7 life. That's going to deal you a lot of damage, man. Feywild Visitor. It's a background. So the backgrounds in this set, it's a new mechanic. What a background is if the commander you have has choose a background, you can choose a background and it'll work just like a commander. You got to pay the extra tax to play it and all that. So it goes to the command zone. Oh, I dropped whatever this was. It goes to the command zone and you have to pay the commander tax. And it gives another color identity to your deck. Now, all the choose a background creatures are monocolored creatures. So this is only going to add 1 extra color. So if you're going with a choose background commander, you're going to have a 2-colored deck. And they all have the commander creatures you own. So all the backgrounds give this ability to the commander creatures. It costs 2 in an island. And whenever 1 or more non-token creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. Baba Lysaga, Night Witch. Sounds familiar. It's a 3/3 commander human warlock for 1 a swamp and a forest. Tap it, sacrifice up to 3 permanents. If there were 3 or more card types among the sacrificed permanents, each opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life, and you draw 3 cards. I'm not impressed with you, lady. Ancient Brass Dragon. I don't know if I've seen this one. 7/6 Elder Dragon for 5 and 2 swamps. It's got flying. Whenever Ancient Brass Dragon deals combat damage to a player, roll a d20. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from graveyards, any graveyard, onto the battlefield under your control, where X is the result. You're a bad fucker, dude. Ooh, I like this guy. That was a cool pull, dude. We like that. And Pack Attack. It's an instant for 2 in a mountain. Attacking creatures get +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of players being attacked. Draw a card. Alright, so we got a really good pull out of that last pack. I wasn't impressed with that last pack till that dragon popped up. That dragon kind of changes it around. What the fuck? I haven't seen one of these things yet. What is the list? Ooh, Pegasus. All right, we got a Pegasus token and some sort of the back of it, some sort of list thingy. All right, Coronation of Chaos. It's a sorcery for 2 in a mountain. Up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. Goad them. Jade Orb of Dragonkind. It's an artifact for 2 and a forest. Add 1 force when you add a force when you spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell. It enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it and gains hexproof until your next turn. Now, I'm going to assume all the colors of Dragon Orb are in here. They all produce the 1 mana of the color they choose, and then you spend it to cast a dragon, and it'll do something spiffy. I don't think I've seen the black and the white one yet. I've seen the green, the red, the blue for sure. I don't think I've seen the other 2. So I'm going to assume there's 1 of each color. So we're looking for the black and white one still. Draconic Lore. It's an instant for 5 in an island. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a dragon. Draw 3 cards. Okay, you're not too shabby if you're in a dragon deck. If you're not in the dragon deck, you're expensive for drawing 3 cards, man. Arms of Hadar. It's a sorcery for 3 in a swamp. Creatures target player controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Guiding Bolt. It's an instant for 2 in a plains. And destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. And you scry 2. That's a pretty sweet deal. You get to scry 2 on top of that. Marble Diamond. Typical mana rock. Add a plains. Marching Duo Drone. I don't like this guy. He's a 2/2 artifact construct for 2. Whenever he attacks, each player creates a treasure token. And I'm not in the camp of giving my opponents treasure tokens. So Evolving Wilds, very standard cards. Sack it, search your library for a basic land card, and put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your deck. Summon Undead. It's a sorcery for 4 in a swamp. You mill 3 cards, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Steadfast Unicorn. You only cost 1. That's pretty cool. It's a 1/2 unicorn, 3 in a plains. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Only activate during your turn. You're not too shabby, guy. A little bit of expensive for his ability, but not shabby. Wayfarer's Babble, pretty common one. It's just like Evolving Wilds. You pay the 2 and tap it, sack it, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. Heapgate. And there's a lot of gates in this set, including Baldur's Gate. We actually got the Baldur's Gate in the collector booster. That was pretty sweet. And this one has tap it, add a colorless mana, 1 tap it, add 1 mana of any color, or 1 and tap it, tap an untapped gate you control, create a treasure token. Myconid Spore Tender. It is a 4/1 fungus for 3 and a forest. And when it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. I think I've seen that one before. Gate Colossus. I've seen this one before. It's an 8/8 artifact construct for 8. It costs 1 less to cast for each gate you control. It can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. And when it enters the battlefield under your control, you may put when a gate enters the battlefield under your control, you may put Gate Colossus from your graveyard on top of your library. Cuss's Vile Duplication. Sure. It's a sorcery for 3 in an island. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except the token has flying and isn't legendary if the creature is that creature is legendary. Always important to double check that one, because sometimes you're going to create tokens and you have to sack them because it doesn't specify the legendary rule. Abadel, Adrayan, Gorian's Ward. You got a funky name, guy. 4/4 Commander Human Warrior for 4 and a plains. And when he enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you control until he leaves the battlefield. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with for each permanent exiled this way. And he's got choose a background. Ernest Gloomstalker. It's a 3/3 Commander Halfling Ranger for 2 in a forest. It's got Death Touch, and when it attacks, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Choose a background. Criminal Past. If I remember, this is a good one. It's a background for 2 in a swamp, and it gives your commander, this creature gets +X+0, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So that'll buff them up pretty bad. Reflecting Pool. tap it, add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. We got a really spiffy version of this in our collector booster, man. And a shiny Criminal Past. Nothing too impressive in that booster. So far, the best thing we got was that Elder Dragon. But that's to be expected. The draft doesn't... So, the draft is the cheapest of the boxes, but it also has the less valuable stuff in it. And the set's the next most expensive, and you'll get slightly better stuff in that. And then the collector's got lots of really good shit in it. And then we got a treasure token. I want another bunny. I've only got one bunny so far, man. Stirring Bard. It's a 0/4 Dragon Bard for 3 in a mountain. And when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative and you can tap it. Target creature gains menace and haste until end of turn. Carefree Swine Master. It's a 1/4 Gnome Ranger for 2 in a forest. And whenever it attacks, you may pay 1 in a forest. If you do, create a 2/2 boar creature token that's tapped and attacking. King Ku Artificer. It's a 1/1 bird for 2 and an island. And when it enters the battlefield, put 3 1/1 counters on up to 1 target non-creature artifact. That artifact becomes a 0/0 homunculus artifact creature with flying. Ooh. You're kind of a spiffy one there, guy. I like that guy. Vicious Battle Rager. It's a 1/5 Dwarf Barbarian for 3 in a swamp. When it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. And when it becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller loses 5 life. Astral Confrontation. It is an instant for 4 in a plains. And this spell costs 1 less to cast for each opponent you're attacking. Exile target creature. Cost 4 -1. Okay, alright. Shiny Impetus. It's an enchant creature for 2 in a forest. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Goaded is a very popular mechanic in this. The mechanic is if it attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. And then whenever enchanted creature attacks, you create a treasure token. Oh, that's pretty cool. You're a spiffy one, guy. Cloak. I like this one, Cloak of the Bat. It's an artifact equipment for 2. Equipped creature has flying and haste, equipped 2. So it's pretty much a Swift Foot Boots, but instead of hexproof, it's going to give them flying instead. Fire Diamond, mana rock that produces a mountain. There's Lantern of Revealing again. Nefarious Imp. It's a 2/1 imp with flying for 2 in a swamp, and whenever one or more permanents you control leave the battlefield, scry 1. Oh, you're not too shabby, guy. Ingenious Artillerist. It's a 3/1 human artificer for 2 in a mountain, and whenever it enters the battlefield under your control, it deals that much damage to each opponent. Oh, whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, deals that much damage to each opponent. So it damage equal to the number of artifacts you got coming in? I'm putting you in my Animar deck. He's not very powerful, but he's going to kick the shit out of people in Animar, man. Trailblazer's Torch. It's an artifact equipment for 4, and when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Whenever equipped creature becomes blocked, it deals 2 damage to each creature blocking it, and equip 1. Dread Linorm. It's a 7/6 snake dragon for 6 and a forest. You look kind of funky there, guy. He's a funky looking one. And it's got an instant adventure, Scale Deflection for 3 in a forest. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature and untap it. It gains hexproof until end of turn. And the actual creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or less. Alright. Split the Spoils. It's a sorcery for 2 in a forest. Exile up to 5 target permanent cards from your graveyard and separate them into 2 piles. An opponent chooses one of those piles, put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Wild Magic Surge. I don't think I've seen this one. It's an instant for 2 mountains. Destroy target permanent and opponent controls. Its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a permanent card that shares a card type with that permanent. They put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. And it's got to be an opponent. Oh, that sucks. I was going to say, it'd actually be useful if you could use it on yourself in a way, if you're using it, right? Underseller Sweep. It's an enchantment for 4 in the plains. When it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Whenever you attack, if you or a player you're attacking has the initiative, you create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. Ooh. I like you. You're kind of a cool one. Severus, Nightmare Speaker. It's a 3/3 Commander Snake Cleric Warlock for 3 in a swamp. Tap it, sacrifice another creature or an artifact. For each opponent, you mill a card. Then return that card from your graveyard to your hand unless that player pays 3 life. Choose a background. I don't want to send stuff to my graveyard guide. Scion of Halaster, pretty common one we've seen a lot. It's a background with 1 in a swamp. And the first time you would draw a card each turn, instead look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your graveyard and the other back on top of your library, then draw a card. Wrathful Red Dragon. This one was cool if I remember right. It's a 5/5 flying dragon for 3 and 2 mountains. And whenever a dragon you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target that isn't a dragon. Yeah, that's a bad fucker there, dude. And Pegasus Guardian. It's a 3/3 Pegasus for 5 in the plains. It's got an instant adventure, rescue the fowl, 1 in the plains of the foe, however you say it. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. And the actual Pegasus has flying, and at the beginning of your end step, if your permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, create a 1/1 flying, 1/1 white Pegasus creature token with flying. So that last pack, like all of our packs, have seemed pretty average. You know, nothing, not terrible, but nothing too amazing. Other than that Elder Dragon one, but you know, we'll take average. I'm okay with average. And we got another Initiative Undercity token there. Let's see here. Savanu's Invoker. It's a 3/2 Dragon Druid for 2 in a forest. 8 untapped target land you control. It becomes an 8/8 elemental creature with trample and haste until end of turn. It's still land. It costs fucking 8, dude. Unreal. Timora's Invoker. So we got 2 Invokers back to back. It's a 1/3 Org for 1 in an island. And 8, draw 2 cards. Is there one of every color that has this 8 thing? Is that what's going on here? All these Invokers? Draw 2 cards for 8? Goddamn, dude. These Invokers suck, dude. Yep, there's a black one. Yeah, there must be one of every color. It's a 2/3 Cat Rogue for 2 and a swamp. 8, of course. Creatures you control get +2/+0 and gain menace until end turn. Oh, not another Invoker, huh? No, this one is Roving Harper, a 2/2 Elf Scout for 2 in a plains. I don't think I've seen you. Now, elves are my go-to. I like my elves. So, let's see. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Yeah, you're cool. You're a white elf that lets you draw cards. It's really hard to draw cards in white, so that's pretty handy. Earth Tremor. It's an instant for 3 in a mountain. It deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the number of lands you control. And another Jade Dragon Orb. So we're still missing the black and the white one. What Invokers are we missing? We saw the red, I probably already got the other Invokers too. I just barely put together that there's an Invoker of every color. So I can't remember what the white one is or the green one. Oh no, we got the green one. So the red is what we need. Goggles of Night. It's an artifact equipment for 1 in an island. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, scry 1, then draw a card. Equip 2. Not too shabby. Not too shabby there. Runaway Together is an instant for 1 in an island. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. Prized Statue. It's an artifact for 2. When it enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a treasure token. Marut. This guy's cool. He's a 7/7 artifact construct with trample for 8. So he cost 8 to play, but check this out. When he enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, create a treasure token for each mana from a treasure spent to cast it. So if you've got 8 treasure tokens, you can pretty much cast them for free because you'll get all 8 of your treasure tokens back. So that guy's fucking cool. I really like that guy. I'm a big fan of him. Another pack attack we've seen. Lurking Green Dragon. Not sure if I've seen you yet or not. You're a 4/4 dragon for 3 in a forest. And it can't attack unless defending player controls a creature with flying. Oh, you kind of suck, dude. Universal Solvent. It's an artifact for 1, 7 and tap it, and sack it to destroy target permanent. Geode Golem. It's a 5/3 artifact golem for 5. It's got trample, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast your commander from the command zone without paying its mana cost. So kind of a bad fucker there. Really good in a commander deck if you can get him to deal his damage through. Cut a Deal. It's a sorcery for 2 in the planes. Each opponent draws a card, then you draw a card for each opponent who drew a card this way. Kind of a spiffy one there, like that. Fireball. It's a sorcery for X and Mountain. This spell costs 1 more to cast for each target beyond the first. It deals X damage divided evenly rounded down among any number of targets. Helena Hardbreeze, Busybody. I'm not a fan of this one. It's a 2/4 Commander Human Peasant for 3 in a planes. Tap it, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of tokens you created this turn. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Choose a background. Oh, I thought we weren't recording for a second. I looked up and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of this one either. It's a background. It's a Master Chef. It's a background for 2 in a forest. And your commander has this creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it, and other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on them. So that the background's not too shabby, but it's not particularly good either. Traverse the Outlands. It's a sorcery for 4 in a forest. Search a library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Inspired Tinkering. It's a sorcery for 4 in a mountain. Exile the top 3 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards and create 3 treasure tokens. Wait, so exile the top 3 cards of your library until your next turn. You may play those and you create 3 treasure tokens. Huh. You're a spiffy one there, guy. That was an alright one. Very, very mediocre we got going on right here, man. What you got for me here? A construct token. There you go. Throw that off to the side. Psychic Impetus. It's an enchant creature for 2 in an island. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. And whenever enchanted creature attacks, you scry 2. Atrocious Experiment. It's a sorcery for 2 in a swamp. Target player mills 2 cards, draws 2 cards, and loses 2 life. Lots of 2s. Here's our white invoker, Bane's Invoker. It's a 2/2 human cleric for 1 in a plains, and it's got the 8, of course. Up to 2 target creatures get +2/+2 and gain flying until end of turn. So we're missing the red invoker, I believe. Never mind. Scratch that. We're done. Yeah, we got Bahal's Invoker for 4. It's a 4/2 Dragon Shaman for 2 in a mountain. And again, for 8, it deals 4 damage to each opponent. Well, you're the best of the bunch. At least you're attacking every opponent, man. You're really good in a multiplayer game. You're playing a 6-player commander game. That's going to be 4 times 20 damage you're dishing out for 8. Yeah, you're the best of the bunch, dude. The rest of them suck. We got Scaled Nurturer. It's a 0/2 Dragon Druid for 1 in a forest. Tap it, add a forest to your mana pool. When you spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell, you gain 2 life. Pretty spiffy there, okay? I like those mana producers. We've seen this guy already, haven't we? Yeah, he was nifty. And we've seen Cloak at the Bat. You've been caught stealing. Sorcery, 1 in a mountain. Each creature blocks this turn if able, or you choose 1. Each creature blocks this turn if able, or you create a treasure token for each opponent who was dealt damage this turn. And it only costs 2. You're pretty good for 2, guy. I'll go with that. We got Downbringer Cleric. It's a 1/3 human cleric for 1 in a plains. And when it enters the battlefield, you choose 1. You either gain 2 life, or you destroy target enchantment, or you exile target card from a graveyard. You only cost 2, guy. We got Dragonborn Looter. It's a 1/2 Dragon Rogue for 1 in an island. 1 and tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. Trailblazer's Torch again. We got the Dread Linorm again. Warehouse Thief. I'm not sure I've seen you. It's a 4/2 Tiefling Rogue for 3 in a mountain. 2 and tap it. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. I think it's good in my brother's exile deck. Sigil of Makuro. Okay. It's an enchantment for 2 in a swamp. At the beginning of combat on your turn, mill a card. When you do, if there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control and it gains Death Touch until end of turn. But you got to mill 4 cards, guy. If you didn't have to... no. Oh, only 1? Oh, okay. You're very meh, guy. Very meh. Dungeoneer's Pact. This is a neat one. I like this one. It's an artifact for 3. It enters the battlefield tapped for 2 and tap it. Sack it. You take the initiative, you gain 3 life, you draw a card, and create a treasure token. Activate only as a sorcery. So, yeah, that's pretty spiffy there, man. You're going to do a lot of stuff when you sack it. We got Hammers of Moradin. It's a 3/3 dwarf cleric for 2 in the plains. It's got Maraid. And whenever it attacks for each opponent, tap up to 1 target creature that player controls. Viconier, Drow Apostate. It's a 2/3 commander elf cleric for 2 in a swamp. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, return a creature card at random from your graveyard to your hand. And it's got choose a background. Dragon Cultist. I don't think I've seen you. Not sure if I've seen you or not, guy. It's a background for 4 in a mountain. And your commander has, at the beginning of your end step, if a source you controlled dealt 5 or more damage this turn, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token for flying. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, I remember this one now. Yeah, this lets you create dragons, man. You're pretty cool. Kind of expensive, 4 in a mountain, but... Hey, we got another Earthquake Dragon, man. This guy's fucking awesome. He got fucking 14 in a forest, dude. He's a 10/10 elemental dragon that this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of dragons you control. Flying and trample. 2 in a forest. Sacrifice the land. Return them from your graveyard to your hand, man. He's a fucking 10/10 flying trampler, man. Yeah, this guy's really cool. I'm glad we got another one of him. Yeah, I got Sharpshooter Elf, you know. Not a super hardcore elf, but not shabby either, man. It's a Star 2 Elf Ranger for 2 in a forest. It's got reach. When it its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. And when it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature with flying and opponent controls. Yeah, this one might possibly be going in my elf deck. Problem is, I've got so many damn good elves, I'd have to find out what I want to get rid of for it, so... we're at 33 minutes already? Oh, shit. This is going to be a longer one, folks. Sorry about that, but... I always say I'll keep these lower, but I never do, so I've just started There's another initiative token. I want a bunny. Just give me 1 bunny. If I can just get 1 bunny token, I'll be happy with the tokens we got, man. Ghastly Death Tyrant. If I remember right, I don't like this one. It's a 6/5 Beholder Skeleton for 4 and 2 swamps. And when it enters the battlefield, choose one. Destroy target enchantment an opponent controls. You lose life equal to its mana value. Or creatures you control gain Death Touch until end turn. Oh, no. Okay, that's a really good one. That second one. The hell with the first one, man. Go with the second one. First one sucks. Scouting Hawk. It's a 1/1 bird for 2 in the plains. It's got flying, and when it enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic plains card, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. We might have already seen this one. If we have, I'm sorry. I apologize. We got Hoarding Org. I love this guy, dude. He's a nifty one. He's a 3/3 Org for 3 in the mountains. He's actually from the last Dungeons and Dragons set they did. And when he attacks, you roll a d20. 1 through 9, create a treasure token. 10 through 19, create 2 treasure tokens. Or if you get the 20, you get to create 3 treasure tokens. So he's just pumping out treasure tokens for you, man. Ambitious Dragonborn. Not sure I've seen you. You're a 0/0? What the fuck? It's a 0/0 Dragon Barbarian for 3 in a forest. And it enters the battlefield with X11 counters on it, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control and creature cards in your graveyard. Oh, you're kind of a spiffy one. We got Dream Fracture. It is an instant for 1 and 2 islands. Counter target spell. Its controller draws a card, and you draw a card. Murder. This is a reprint, very common one. It's an instant that destroys target creature for 1 and 2 swamps. Citadel Gate. Ooh, you're a pretty looking gate. I like the look of this gate, dude. It enters the battlefield tapped. You choose a color when it enters other than white. You add either a white mana or a mana of the color of your choice to your mana pool. And this is the same. This is Sea Gate. It's the same exact thing, only with blue instead of white. Blur. It's an instant for 2 and an island. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Draw a card. Ooh, I like that Blur. That was a pretty spiffy one. Command Tower. Very common one. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity when you tap it. Very common for commander. Nefarious Imp. Haven't we seen this one already? Yeah. Pretty sure we have. If not, you can pause it and read the card, but pretty sure we've seen that one. Your temple is under attack. I like this one just because it's funny. Instant, 2 in the plains. Choose one. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, or you and target opponent each draw 2 cards. Navigation Orb. It's an artifact for 3. 2 and tap it. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or gate cards. Reveal those cards. Put one onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Draconic Muralist. If I remember, this was a neat one. It's a 4/3 Dragon Bard for 3 in a forest. When it dies, you may search your library for a dragon card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Manifold Key, pretty common reprint here. It's an artifact for 1 and tap it, untap another target artifact, or 3 and tap it. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. And we got another Sharpshooter Elf. We'll never say no to those elves, man. Flaming Fist. It's a background for 2 in the plains that gives you commander whenever this creature attacks. It gains double strike till end of turn. This isn't too shabby of a one, man. I liked that one. This one's a neat one, man. Glunch, the best tower. It's a 0/5 commander jellyfish for 1, a forest and a plains. It's got flying, and at the beginning of your end step, choose a player. They put 2 1/1 counters on a creature they control. Choose a second player to draw a card, and then choose a third player to create 2 treasure tokens. So this is a real kind of nifty one there, man. Kind of weird. You can choose yourself for one of these 3 too, is what's cool, because it says a player. So yeah, that's kind of a neat one. I like the artwork on it too. The color scheme works pretty good and everything on it. Wizards of Thay. It's a 3/3 human wizard for 3 in an island with Marade. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. Wait a second, I've seen this one before, but I just put something together. So not only are you going to attack each opponent with a 3/3 wizard when it attacks, but then all of your instant spells are going to cost 1 less for each one of these clowns on the field. Oh, I didn't add those 2 together, man. That's pretty fucking spiffy. Oh, you're probably definitely going to my wizard deck, man. I'll have to find a spot for you there, man. Contraband Livestock. It's an instant for 1 in a plains. Exile target creature, then roll a d20. 1 through 9, its controller creates a 4/4 green ox creature token. 10 through 19, its controller creates a 2/2 green boar creature token. Or for 20, its controller creates a 0/1 white goat creature token. Man, these ones are not opening as good as the other packs, man. Why can't they all open easy, man? That's all I ask for. Come on, give me a bunny. Give me the bunny. Ah, it's just a copy. Son of a bitch. We got Minimus Containment. This is a reprint from the last Dungeons and Dragons set. It's an enchant non-land permanent for 2 in a plains. Enchant permanent is a treasure artifact. And it loses all other abilities. Earth Trimmer again. We got our Invoker again. Grey Harbor Merfolk. It's a 0/3 Merfolk rogue for 1 and an island. It can't be blocked, and it gets +2/+0 as long as you control a commander that's a creature or planeswalker. Oh, okay, because backgrounds can be your commanders now. Okay, I got you. I got you. 0320, it can't be black. Yeah, you only cost 2, guy. All right, you only cost 2. Deadly Dispute. I think this is a reprint, if I remember right. I can't remember if it's from the Dungeons and Dragons or not, but I remember. I know this is a reprint. Instant, 1 in a swamp. It's an additional cost to cast this spell. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Pretty nifty there. Oh, Marble Diamond. It's a mana rock that's going to produce your 1 plains. I think we've seen that one already. Manor Gate. You're a cool looking gate too, guy. I really like the look of that gate. We got some cool looking gates. This is just like those other gates. Choose a color other than green, and then you're going to produce a green or one of the other color. There's our Spore Tender again. Sea Hag. It's a 3/5 hag for 4 in an island. It's got an instant adventure, aquatic ingress for 2 in an island. Up to 2 target creatures get +1/+0 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. And when it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -4/-0 until end of turn. What the hell? I don't think I've seen you before, dude. You look fucking cool. He looks badass. Hezral. It's a 6/6 frog demon for 5 and 2 swamps with an instant adventure, Demonic Stench for a swamp. Each creature that blocked this turn gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And then the actual creature has, whenever 1 or more creatures you control becomes blocked, each blocking creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. 6%. You're not shabby, guy. You look cool, though. I really love the look of that guy. That's cool. You're confronted by robbers. This is a reprint from the last Dungeons and Dragons. It's an instant for 3 in a plains. You can choose 1, tap up to 3 target creatures, or create 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Genese Enforcers. It's a 1/3 elemental shaman for 1 in a mountain. It's got Marade. And 1 in a mountain. Creatures you control named Genese Enforcers get +1/+0 until end of turn. Pretty spiffy one there. You meet in a tavern. This is a reprint from the last Dungeons and Dragons set. Choose one. It's a sorcery for 2 and 2 forest. Choose 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, or creatures you control get +2/+2 till end of turn. Passageway Seer. It's a 2/2 Tiefling Warlock for 3 in a swamp. It's got lifelink. And when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. At the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, put a 1/1 counter on Passageway Seer. Pretty cool one. Blood Boil Sorcerer. I'm not sure if I've seen you or not. It's a 3/3 human shaman for 3 in a mountain. And when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. And for 1 in a mountain, you can sack an artifact or creature. Go to target creature. Okay. Hey, we got another one of the Grizzlies. I got like 5. I think this is like the 5th or 6th one of these guys I got. I really like this card. This guy is fucking awesome, dude. He's a 2/2 Commander Bear Warrior for 1 and a forest. He can't be countered. He's got Vigilance, Reach, and Trample, and Ward 2. Choose a background. So you get all that bang for fucking 1 and a forest, dude. That's a lot of bang for your buck there, dude. And just look at him, man. He looks fucking spiffy as hell, man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that bear, dude. I really like that bear. Imone, Mystic Trickster. It's a 2/3 Commander Human Rogue Wizard. Damn, dude. For 2 in an island. It's got Ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, draw a card. Draw another card if you completed a dungeon. I like you. You might be going in my wizard deck, lady. Do you get the initiative when it comes into play? No, that's sad. So you'd have to find a way to go into dungeons. I don't know if you'd go with my wizard deck or not. Now I gotta find out, see if I've got ways to go into dungeons when in that wizard deck. Tavern Brawler. It's a background for 2 in a mountain. And your commander has at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. This creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. You may play that card this turn, so you gotta be careful with that, otherwise you're gonna lose the card that you exile. Descend into Avernus. It's an enchantment. If I remember, I wasn't a fan of this one. It's for 2 in a mountain. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 descent counters on descent into Avernus. Then each player creates X treasure tokens, and Descent into Avernus deals X damage to each player, where X is the number of descent counters on Descent into Avernus. Yeah, it's gonna hurt you a lot, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. And you're giving your fucking enemies treasure tokens, man. Cloakwood Wood Swarm Keeper. It's a 1/1 Elf Ranger for 1. Whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on them. You're fucking cool, dude. Yeah, that might be going in my elf deck. That might just make it into the elf deck. This is the last one, and then we're a third of the way done. Hopefully we start seeing some more duplicates so we can go through this a little bit faster, but give us good duplicates. All right, where's the bunny? That's what we're looking for. All we care about is the fucking token, man. Oh yeah, duh. It's the dungeon. All we care about is the fucking token, man. We already got like plenty of good shit from our other 2 packs, so now I just want the bunny token, man. We got Great Sword of Tyre. If I remember right, this was a really cool one. It's an artifact equipment for 1 in a plains. Whenever equipped a creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it and tap up to 1 target creature defending player controls. And equips for 1, so it's not like super powerful, but for just 1 in a plains and 1 equip, man, it's pretty good, man. Yeah, I like that sword, man. Young Red Dragon. This is a neat one. It's a 3/2 dragon. Are you shocked? The young Red Dragon is a dragon creature for 3 in a mountain. It's got an instant adventure, Bathe in Gold for 1 in a mountain. Create a treasure token. And it's got flying and it can't block. Band Together. It's an instant for 2 in a forest. Up to 2 target creatures you control each deal damage equal to their power to another target creature. So you gang up on a dude. There's the little boo hamster right back there. Young Blue Dragon, and you're going to be shocked. It's a 3/3 dragon creature for 4 in an island. It's got a sorcery adventure, Sand Augury, scry 1, then draw a card, and then the actual dragon has flying. So a 3/3 for 5. He looks cool though. I like the look of that card at least. At least the card looks good. We got Armor of Shadows. We've already seen this one, right? I think we have, but we'll go over it again just in case. It's an instant for a swamp. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible. Guiding Bolt. It's an instant for 2 in the plains. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Scry 2. So you get to destroy a guy and scry 2. So that's pretty spiffy. We got a Sky Diamond. It's a mana rock that adds an island. We have Decanter of Endless Water. It's an artifact for 3. You have no maximum hand size. And it adds 1 mana of any color. So it's a mana rock with adding infinite mana size. So that's pretty cool. Basilisk Gate. This gate's pretty cool looking too. Not as good as the other 2 badass ones, but that's a nice looking gate there. Add a colorless mana. 2 and tap it. Target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of gates you control. Damn. I like you, guy. Sturge. This guy sucks. It's a 1/1 insect bat for a swamp. It's got flying. It can't block. 1 in a swamp. Pay 1 life. Sack it. Draw a card. You are fucking garbage, dude. I don't like you at all. Martial Impetus. It's a enchant creature for 2 in a plains. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and is goaded. Oh yeah, so we got 1 of all the goaded things. So there's 1 of each of these impetus things too. I'm pretty sure we got them all by now. So whenever an enchanted creature attacks, each other creature that's attacking one of your opponents gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Ooh, really telling your opponent to go after your other opponents there, dude. Druidic Ritual. It's a sorcery for 2 in a forest. You mill 3 cards, then return up to 1 creature card and up to 1 land card from your graveyard to your hand. Evolving Wilds, Iron Mastiff. It's a 4/4 artifact dog for 4. And whenever it attacks, roll a d20 for each player being attacked and ignore all but the highest roll. 1 through 9, Iron Mastiff deals damage equal to its power to you. 10 through 19, Iron Mastiff deals damage equal to its power to defending player. Or 20, Iron Mastiff deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. So this guy's really cool. I like that guy. Null Warband. It's a 5/5 Null for 5 in a mountain. It costs 1 less to cast for each opponent who was dealt damage. It's got Menace and Marade. Cone of Cold. I don't think I've seen this one. It's a sorcery for 3 in an island. Roll a d20, 1 through 9. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Damn. 10 through 19, tap all creatures your opponents control. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap steps. Damn. 20. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Until your next turn, creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tap. Damn, dude! That's a cool one. We liked that. There's Lausanne, Dragon's Legacy. It's a 4/2 Commander Dragon Shaman for 3, an island and a mountain. It's got flying, and whenever you cast an adventure spell or dragon spell, it deals damage equal to that card's mana value to any target that isn't a commander. Pretty spiffy there. Far Traveler. It's a background for 2 and a plains, and your commander has, at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target tapped creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Pretty spiffy one there. Bramble Sovereign. It's a 4/4 druid for 2 and 2 forest. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 in a forest. If you do, that creature's controller creates a token that's a copy of that creature. Oh, last time I saw this guy, I thought you could just keep paying the 1 in the forest over and over again, but it's got to be a non-token. There we go. Oh, so he's not quite as bad as I thought he was on the last one. That's sad. Still not shabby, but... Safan, Caliport, Cutthroat. I'm not a fan of the alternate art in the Dungeons & Dragons sets, man. It's a 3/2 Commander Human Rogue for 2 and a swamp. It's got Menace, and at the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, create a treasure token and create 3 of those tokens instead if you've completed a dungeon. Choose a background. Yeah, you're kind of a spiffy one. You create a bunch of treasure tokens. All right, we're a third of the way done. Let's put these back in here for now. So we're a third of the way done. Not too shabby so far. Oh shit, everything fell over in here, man. It fell over when I moved it. So far between this one, the collector, and the set, this is the most meh of all the boosters we've opened in this set, but I think we're doing good so far. We're doing all right. Very mediocre, but I am actually okay with mediocre. Just don't give me a garbage one. I think I've only ever opened one where I was like, dude, this was a garbage box, man. All right, what we got here? We got a demon, so no bunny for me. Come on, man. Where's my bunny? And we got Armor of Shadows, Icewind Stalwart. It's a 3/3 Tiefling Warrior for 3 and a plains. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-warrior creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Breath Weapon. It's an instant for 2 and a mountain. It deals 2 damage to each non-dragon creature. 2 and a mountain? You'd be really good if you were 1. It's all right. Some of you. Circle of the Land Druid. It's a 1/1 Gnome Druid for 1 in a forest. And when it enters the battlefield, you may mill 4 cards. When it dies, return target land card from your graveyard to your hand. We got another Psychic Impetus. And we got Vicious Battle Rager. Have we seen this one yet? 1/5 Dwarf Barbarian for 3 in a swamp. And when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. And whenever it becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller loses 5 life. Ooh, you're kind of cool. Goggles of the Night again. Tiamat's Fanatics. It's a 4/3 Dragon Warrior for 4 in a mountain with haste and Marade. Oh, you're a pretty cool guy. Black Dragon Gate. Ooh, you look cool too, guy. You sound cooler than you look, dude. And it's one of those gates that gives you it's going to give you either a swamp or a mana of any color. Parasitic Impetus. There we go. I'm not sure if we've seen this one yet or not. Enchant creature for 2 in a swamp. And it goads, obviously it's going to goad that creature and give it +2/+2. And whenever the creature attacks, its controller loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Oh, you're a bad fucker, dude. I like you. Wayfarer's Babble. Martial Impetus again. Dawnbringer Cleric. Arcane Encyclopedia. This is a reprint. Pretty common one. It's an artifact for 3. 3 and tap it, draw a card. Treasure Keeper. It's a 3/3 artifact construct for 4. I've seen it before. I can't remember what it does. When it dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card with mana value 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, but all revealed cards not cast this way on the bottom of your library in any order. Huh, okay, you're not too shabby there, guy. You look upon the Thoracic. It's a instant for 4 in a forest. And you choose one, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and creatures you control this turn, or target creature gets +5/+5 and gains indestructible until end of turn. All creatures your opponents control are able to block that creature this turn do so. Agent of the Shadow Thieves. It's a background for 1 in a swamp, and it gives your commander whenever this creature attacks a player. If no opponent has more life than that player, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. It gains Death Touch and indestructible until end of turn. The Council of Four. I've seen this guy before. I can't remember what he does. He's a 0/8 commander human noble for 3 of plains and an island. Whenever a player draws their second card during their turn, you draw a card. Whenever a player casts their second spell during their turn, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token. Oh yeah, you're a pretty spiffy guy. You're kind of a neat spiffy one. Ancient Gold Dragon. It's a 7/10 Elder Dragon for 5 and 2 plains. 7/10. It's got flying. And when it deals combat damage to a player, roll a d20. You create a number of 1/1 blue fairy creature tokens with flying equal to the result. Damn, dude! Oh, I like you! You're a cool one! Guild Artisan. It's a background for 1 in a mountain. It gives your commander whenever this creature attacks a player. If no opponent has more life than that player, you create 2 treasure tokens. I like this one. I use that one in my little pre-release kit game, which should be on the channel. Go and check it out. Oh, those Elder Dragons are bad fuckers, dude. We want us the Elder Dragons, but what we really want is the bunny. You got a bunny for me? Come on. It is an ox. I think this is the first ox I've seen. I don't want no fucking ox. I want the bunny. Flaming Fist Officer. It's a 2/2 gnome soldier for 2 in the plains. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on it. Hey, there's the red dragon orb. Produces 1 mountain. It's an artifact for 2 in a mountain. And if mana is spent on a dragon creature spell, it gains haste until end of turn. Druid of the Emerald Grove. It's a 2/2 dwarf druid for 3 in a forest. And when it enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal them, then roll a d20. 1 through 9, put those cards into your hand, then shuffle. 10 through 19, put one of those cards onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand, then shuffle. Or for 20, put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Dream Fracture again, Arms of Hadar again, Minimus Containment again, another Marble Diamond, Manor Gate. Oh yeah, we've seen this one. This is one of the cool looking ones, man. We've seen that one. Lurking Green Dragon we've seen. Oceanus Dragon. I'm not sure I've seen this one yet. It's a 3/5 dragon with flying for 4 and 2 islands. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. Goat it. I don't know if you're worth 6, guy. Not sure if he's worth 6. Insufferable Baldur. It's a 2/1 dwarf bard for 1 in a mountain. And when it enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls can't block this turn. Goat it. Now another Pegasus Guardian. Guildsworn Prowler. It's a 2/1 Tiefling Rogue Assassin with Death Touch for 1 in a swamp. And when it dies, if it wasn't blocking, draw a card. Sapphire Dragon. It's a 5/6 dragon for 5 and 2 island. It's got an instant adventure, Psionic Pulse for 2 in an island. Counter target non-creature spell. And the actual creature's got flying, and whenever it attacks or blocks, scry 2. Oh, you're kind of cool, guy. That was a cool one. Campfire. I haven't seen this one yet. You look cool. It's an artifact for 1. 1 tap it. You gain 2 life. Okay. 2 tap it. Exile Campfire. Put all commanders you own from the command zone and from your graveyard into your hand. Then shuffle your graveyard into your library. Oh, you're fucking cool, dude. Dude, this thing's a bad son of a bitch. It's only an uncommon. Dude, I like you. That was sweet. Slaughter the Strong. It's a sorcery for 1 and 2 planes. Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less. Then sacrifices all other creatures they control. Oh, total power. Okay. So you can only get 4 power altogether. Okay, I got you. And we got the Cat Devil. Mahade Emporium Master. It's a 3/3 commander for 1, a swamp, and a mountain. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each creature that died this turn. Pretty spiffy one there, man. Flaming Fist again. Mirror of Life Trapping. I don't like this one. This one kind of sucks. It's an artifact for 4. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it was cast, exile it. Then return all other permanent cards exiled with Mirror of Life Trapping to the battlefield under their owner's control. Oh, you know what? It would be good for cards when they enter the battlefield, because it'd do its enter effect, it'd get exiled, and then when the next thing comes in, it'll automatically. It's kind of a funky one though. You'd have to play your deck right to make use of that. And another Manor Gate. This one's all shiny, man. We got us a shiny Manor Gate. And so we got the most so far. Those gates, the most we've got is the Manor Gate, but that's the green one. That's my color there, so we like that. Come on, give me a bunny. All I want is one bunny. Is that so much to ask? Apparently so. We got a copy. Jesus Christ. And we got another of the good invokers, so that's good. Avenging Hunter. This guy's cool. He's a 5/4 Dragon Ranger for 4 in a forest. He's got trample, and when he enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Young Blue Dragon again. Deadly Dispute again. Blessed Hippogriff. I haven't even seen this one yet. It's a 2/3 Hippogriff with for 3 in a plains. It's got an instant adventure. Tyre's Blessing for plains. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Ooh, you only cost a plains to do that? And the actual creature's got flying, and when it attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. I like you, dude. You're a pretty cool card. I like that one. And we got another Reckless Barbarian. He's a good one. Prophetic Prism again. And we got another... oh no, we haven't seen this one in this box yet, I don't think. Undercaller Myconid. It's a 1/2 fungus for 2 in a forest, and whenever it enters the battlefield or dies, create a 1/1 green Sporling creature token, and he can add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool by tapping. Syodo Dragon Familiar. Okay. It's a 2/1 dragon for 2 in an island. I don't think I've seen this guy. He's got flying, 2 in an island. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. You kind of suck, dude. Everything about you sucks, including your fucking name, dude. Oh, hey, we got another one of those frog demons. Dire Mimic. I haven't seen you yet. It's an artifact treasure for 2. And it looks cool as shit. Look at that thing, dude. It's got flash. Holy shit. Sacrifice it. Add 1 mana of any color. You gotta tap it and sack it. 3. Dire Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. You're a pretty cool guy. I liked that one. You've been caught stealing again. Blur again. Moonshade Pixie. I don't think I've seen this one. It's a 2/2 fairy for 3 in an island. It's got an instant adventure, Pixie Dust, 1 in an island. Up to 3 target creatures gain flying until end of turn. And it's got flying. And when it enters the battlefield, draw cards equal to the number of opponents who were dealt combat damage this turn. You're kind of a spiffy one. We got some spiffy ones in this one, dude. This was a good pack. Burnished Heart. This is a common reprint, but I like the look of this one better than any of the others. It's a 2/2 elk for 3, artifact elk for 3. 3 and sack it. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Corlessa Scale Singer. It's a 1/4 Commander Dragon Bard for a forest and an island. You may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may cast dragon spells from the top of your library. Really good dragon commander there. Not as good as the Spirit. That Spirit Dragon's the bad motherfucker, dude. Commander Liera Porter, and you're going to be shocked to find out it's a 5/3 Commander Human Soldier for 3 of a mountain and a plains. Whenever you attack, spells you cast from exile this turn cost X less to cast, where X is the number of players being attacked. Exile the top X cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards. We got Inspiring Leader. I think we've seen this one already. Anyway, it's a background for 2 in a plains, and it gives your commander creature +2/+2. Oh no, creature tokens. Creature tokens you control get +2/+2. Hey, we got the kitty. I think I got one of these in every single box I've opened, dude. It's Displacer Kittens, a 2/2 cat beast. Don't be beastie, guy. Just be a cute little kitty. For 3 in an island. It's got whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to one target non-land permanent you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. And we got another Null Warband. We've seen this one, right? Yeah, we've seen this one. All right. Man, I am getting frustrated with these packs not wanting to open, man. For the love of God. You need to do something about this Wizards of the Coast, and it's going to be another initiative token, so that sucks. No bunny this time. Where's my fucking bunny, man? And we got another Cloakwood Swarmkeeper, so that's cool. Nimbleclaw Adept, if I remember, this guy's pretty cool. He's a 2/3 Dragon Wizard for 3 in an island, and you can tap him, untap 2 other target permanents. Activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn. Yeah, you're a pretty cool guy. You might be going in my wizard deck. Another murder. Goliath Paladin. It's a 3/6 Giant Knight with Vigilance for 4 in the plains. And when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Stirring Bard. It's a 0/4 Dragon Bard for 3 in a mountain with Defender. And when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Or you can tap them. And then you can tap them. Target creature gains menace and haste until end of turn. You're kind of a spiffy one. Kind of expensive, though. We got a Moss Diamond. It's a mana rock that produces a forced navigation orb again. Colossal Badger. It's a 6/5 Badger for 5 and a forced. It's got a sorcery adventure, Big Deep, for 1 and a forced. Choose target creature, mill 4 cards. And then put a 1/1 counter on that creature for each creature card milled this way. And the actual creature's got, when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Yeah, I'm not impressed with you, buddy. Worms Crossing Patrol. It's a 1/1 human soldier for planes, and it's got Maraid. So pretty good for just 1 planes, dude. Clockwork Fox. I think this is a reprint. It's a 3/2 artifact fox for 3. When Clockwork Fox leaves the battlefield, you draw 2 cards, and each opponent draws a card. I think this is a reprint, but don't quote me, but it makes your opponents draw a card. You might go in my Nesker deck, though. He'd go good in Nesker. Poison the Blade. It's an instant for 1 in a forest. Target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. Draw a card. Ooh, you're fucking cool. I like that Poison the Blade. We got another... We've seen Stunning Strike, haven't we? No, not in this box. Yeah, Stunning Strike. It's an enchant creature with Flash for 2 in an island. And when it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature and remove it from combat. Oh, okay, yeah, we've seen this one already. Faceless One. It is a 3/3 enchantment commander background thingy for 5. So it could be either a commander or one of those backgrounds. If Faceless One is your commander, choose a color before the game begins, and it's the chosen color. So it just adds a color identity for free if you need it. Stone Skin. It's an enchant creature for 2 in a plains with Flash. Enchanted creature gets +0, +10, dude. That's a bad one there, dude. Ghost Lantern. This is a cool one. It's a artifact equipment for just 1 swamp. It's got an instant adventure, Bind Spirit for 1 in a swamp. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And the equipment has, whenever a creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on equipped creature. And the equip cost is only 1, so pretty sweet for just 1 of everything, man. Scanus Dragonheart. This guy's a bad fucker. He's a 4/4 Commander Dragon Ranger for 4 and a forest. And whenever he attacks, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the greatest power among other dragons you control and dragon cards in your graveyard. Choose a background. He's a bad fucker. Renari, Merchant of Marvels. It's a 2/4 Commander Dragon for 3 in an island. You may cast dragon spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. Choose a background. Veteran Soldier. It's a background for 1 in a plains, and it gives your commander whenever this creature attacks a player. If no opponent has more life than that player, for each opponent, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token that's tapped and attacking. Windshaper Planetar. It's a 4/4 angel with flash and flying for 4 in a plains. And when it enters the battlefield during the declare attacker step, for each attacking creature, you may reselect which player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. And we got another Colossal Badger. All right. Man, dude, seriously, Wizards of the Coast, what the fuck, man? Where's our bunny? Give me the bunny, man. Okay, well, it's not the initiative. It is not the initiative. What are you? Squirrel! Come on, man. I mean, I won't say no to a squirrel, but where's my fucking bunny, man? We got another one of these Carefree Swine Masters. Contact Other Plane. This is a reprint from the last Dungeons & Dragons set. It is an instant for 3 in an island. Roll a d20. 1 through 9, draw 2 cards. 10 through 19, scry 2, then draw 2 cards. Or for 20, scry 3, then draw 3 cards. Zenitarum Bandit. I'm not sure if I've seen you yet or not. It's a 2/1 halfling rogue for 1 in a swamp. And whenever it attacks, you may pay 1 life. If you do, create a treasure token. Oh, you're pretty spiffy. 1 life, get a treasure. Huh, you're kind of a neat one. Icewind Stalwart. Have we seen this one? I don't think so. It's a 3/3 Tiefling Warrior for 3 in a plains. And when it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-warrior creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Patron of the Arts. It's a 3/1 Dragon Noble for 2 in a mountain. I'm not sure if I've seen this one or not. When it enters the battlefield or dies, create a treasure token. Nice. I like you. I like creating treasure tokens. Ambitious Dragonborn. We've seen this one, right? Yeah, that's a cool one. Cliffgate. It's another one of those gates. And it's the red one. Produce a mountain or a colorless. We've seen this one, right? Yeah, this guy sucks, dude. And another Summon Undead. Pilgrim's Eye. We've seen Pilgrim's Eye, right? If not, you can pause it and read it. I'm pretty sure we've seen that one. Another Black Dragon Gate. Druidic Ritual. Sea Hag. Banishment. Banishment is an enchantment with flash that costs 3 in a plains. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls, and all other non-land permanents your opponents control with the same name as the permanent until banishment leaves the battlefield. Ooh, I just thought of something. You could use this against like a treasure token. Oh, that would suck, dude. Get rid of all the guy's fucking treasures. Modify Memory. I don't know if I've seen this one. It's a sorcery for 4 in an island. Exchange. Oh, yeah, I have. This is a bad one, dude. This is a bad fucker. Exchange control of 2 target creatures controlled by different players. If you control neither creature, draw 3 cards. That's a fucking nifty card there, dude. I really like that one. Bonecaller Cleric. It's a 2/1 human cleric for 1 in a swamp. 3 in a swamp, sacrifice Bonecaller Cleric. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. I'm not impressed with you, lady. Kaderia, Caller of the Small. If I remember, you were a good one. It's a 3/3 Commander Org Ranger for 1 a forest and a plains. It's got Trample. And when it deals combat damage to a player, for each token you control, create a 1/1 bunny. Yeah, I like you. I want to make a bunch of bunnies. Cloakwood Hermit. This one's good. I like this one. It's a background for 2 in a forest. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, create 2 tapped 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. Wiles Reversal. I think I've seen this one. I'm not sure, but I can't remember what it does. It's an instant for 2 in a mountain. Choose target spell or ability with 1 or more targets. Roll a d20 and add the greatest power among creatures you control. Holy shit. So 1 through 14, you may choose new targets for that spell or ability. 15 plus, you may choose new targets for that spell or ability, then copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Damn, dude, you're going in my red deck, dude. That's a bad fucker there. I like you. And we got another Lozhan Dragon's Legacy. This one's all shiny. I'm thinking we're doing pretty good with this booster box. It's a little bit above mediocre now, man. We got some good pulls out of it, man. It's not as good as the set or the collector, but again, you have to base that based off the fact that it's not supposed to be. So, God damn it, a fairy dragon. I mean, that's nice. I mean, I'm not, I like those fairy dragon tokens, but I'm looking for the bunny, man. I want the bunny. Give me the bunny, son of a bitch. Grey Harbor Merfolk. We got another Invoker. We've seen this one, right? Not sure if we've seen this one or not. It's the 2/3 cat rogue for 2 in a swamp. For 8, creatures you control get +2/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. Another Tabaxi's Tuccaneers thingy. Coordination of Chaos, Band Together, Nimbleclaw Adept. We've got Charcoal Diamond. It's a mana rock that produces a swamp. Parasitic Impetus, Pegasus Guardian, Insufferable Baldur, Predatory Impetus, Basilisk Gate. This is the +X one. Yeah, that's a good one, man. That was a good gate to pull. Mold Folk again. Noble's Purse. I don't think we've seen this one in this box, but I've seen it. If I remember right, this is a nifty one. It's an artifact for 2. It enters the battlefield tapped with 3 coin counters on it. Remove a coin counter from the purse. Create a treasure token. Pretty nifty one there. Rock. I don't think I've seen you. It's a 3/3 bird demon for 3 and 2 swamps. It's got flying. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, each opponent loses 3 life. Oh, dude. You're cool. I like you, guy. You're a nifty one. Kagan, Shadow Archdruid. It's a 1/4 Commander Elf Druid for 2, a swamp and a forest. And whenever it attacks, it gains Death Touch until end of turn, and you mill 2 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land card or cast a permanent spell from among cards in your graveyard that were put there from your library this turn. Yeah, I'm not too impressed with you. Noble Heritage. It's a background for 1 in the plains. And it gives your commander when this creature enters the battlefield and at the beginning of your upkeep, each player may put 2 1/1 counters on a creature they control. For each opponent who does, you gain a protection from that player until your next turn. Nine Fingers Keen. I've gotten a couple of these now. You need a lot of gates to make use of this motherfucker. It's a 4/4 Commander Human Rogue for 1, a swamp, a forest, and an island. It's got Menace and Ward. Pay 9 life, man. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 9 cards of your library. You may put a gate card from among them onto the battlefield. Then if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest into your hand. Otherwise, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You need a lot of gates to make use of him. What the hell? Monster Manual. Oh, okay, I've seen this one. It's an artifact for 3 in a forest. It's got a sorcery adventure, zoology study for 2 in a forest. Mill 5 cards, then return a creature card milled this way to your hand. And the artifact itself's got 1, a forest, and tap it. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Pretty nifty there. Just put a big-ass creature for nothing onto the battlefield, man. Call to the Void. It's a sorcery for 4 and a swamp. Each player secretly chooses a creature they control and a creature they don't control. Then those choices are revealed. Destroy each creature chosen this way. All right, we're almost to the 2/3 mark, people, and we're starting to get a lot of reprints, so we're speeding up here. If the goddamn thing would open. Oh, this is frustrating. There we go. Come on, work with me here, clown. Don't be mean with me. Come on, bunny. Treasure. Dude, if I don't get a single bunny token in this, dude, I'm going to lose my shit, man. What the fuck, man? It's like the bunny token's the hardest damn thing to get. Gray Slade. I don't think I've seen this guy. He's a 4/1 frog horror for 2 in a swamp. He's got a sorcery adventure, Entropic Decay for 1 in a swamp. Mill 4 cards. I don't want to mill 4 cards. And the actual creature is, as long as there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, he has Menace and Death Touch. Oh, well, you're not so bad. Just don't do that. Just play him regular, man. Astral Confrontation. If I remember, this was a good one. It's an instant for 4 in the plains. It costs 1 less to cast for each opponent you're attacking. Exile target creature. Oh, okay. You're not super spiffy, yeah? Fang Dragon. I'm not sure I've seen this one yet or not. It's a 6/3 dragon for 5 and 2 mountains. It's got a sorcery adventure, Forktail Sweep for 1 in a mountain. Forktail Sweep deals 1 damage to each creature you don't control. Woo! And the actual creature is a 6/3 with flyer. I'm not so impressed with the dragon part of it, but the adventure is pretty cool. Circle of Land Druid, Sword Coast Serpent. I don't know if I've seen you yet or not. It's a 6/6 Serpent Dragon for 5 and 2 islands. It's got an instant adventure, Capsizing Wave for 1 in an island. Return target creature to its owner's hand. And then the actual creature's got, it can't be blocked as long as you've cast a non-creature spell this turn. Oh, okay, you're not so shabby, guy. Lightning Bolt, pretty common reprint. It's a 1 mountain. It deals 3 damage to any target. It's an instant. We got Fire Diamond. Produce a mana rock that produces a mountain. Guardian Naga. This is a cool one, dude. 5/6 Naga for 5 and 2 planes. It's got instant adventure, banishing coils for 2 and a planes. Exile target artifact or enchantment. Then the actual creature's got vigilance. As long as it's your turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Guardian Naga. Tiamat's Fanatics again. Nimble Right Schematic. I don't think I've seen this. It's an artifact for 2. When it enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. But you don't do nothing else? You suck. Run away together again. Underdark Explorer. It's a 5/3 Lizard Warrior for 4 in a swamp. It's got Menace, and when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. We got another Dire Mimic. Rescuer Shawinga? Sure. It's a 2/2 Elemental Spirit with Flash that costs 1 in the planes. Look, there's bunnies in there. I see bunnies, but I still don't see no fucking bunny tokens, man. And it's got, when it enters the battlefield, you may return target another permanent you control to its owner's hand. You may. Oh, okay, that's pretty neat. And it's got Flash, so you can save your guy. Okay. Swift Foot Boots. This is common reprint. Pretty standard in damn near every commander deck. It's an artifact equipment for 2. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste. Equipped for 1. Alora, Merry Thief. Oh, I like the look of this one, man. I don't think I've seen you. It's a 3/2 commander halfling rogue for 2 in an island. Whenever you attack, up to 1 target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. Return that creature to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Choose a background. Huh. You're kind of a nifty one. Ganax! Oh, yeah! It's a 3/4 legendary dragon. This was the guy I used in my commander game. It's a 3/4 legendary dragon for 4 in a mountain. He's got flying. Whenever he or another dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a treasure token. Choose a background. He makes treasure tokens. We like that. Sword Coast Sailor. I don't think I've seen you. 1 in an island for a background. Your commander has, whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, this creature can't be blocked this turn. You're a good one. I like that one. Pact Weapon? You look fucking tight, dude. I like the look of this thing. It's an artifact equipment for 3 in a swamp. I haven't seen this one yet. It's a mythic. As long as Pact Weapon is attached to a creature, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Ooh. Oh, damn, dude. Whenever an equipped creature attacks, draw a card and reveal it. The creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, and you lose X life, where X is that card's mana value. And the equipped cost is discard a card. You're fucking tight, dude. I like everything about this fucking thing, dude. Oh, that's a cool one there. Bag of Holding. This is a reprint from the last Dungeons & Dragons set. It's an artifact for 1. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. 2 and tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. And 4 and tap it, sack it, return all cards exiled with Bag of Holding to their owner's hand. Yeah, that Pact Weapon was fucking tight, dude. I think my voice is starting to go out on me. Too much recording this weekend, but hopefully it can keep going long enough to finish this off. There's a Zetarum Bandit. Oh, yeah, okay. We've seen this one. We got Flaming Fist Officer again. And we got another Cornelia Orb of Dragonkind. Druid of the Emerald Grove. Contact Other Plane. Chain Devil. I haven't seen you. It's a 4/2 Devil for 3 in a swamp. And when it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a non-token creature. That means you too, huh? Okay. Manor Gate again. Warehouse Thief, Command Tower, Dragonborn Looter, Guildsworn Prowler. You're confronted by robbers. So far, we got nothing new in this pack. Universal Solvent, Topaz... Oh, yeah, the Chain Devil. We got the Chain Devil. And this one, Topaz Dragon. It's a 4/4 dragon for 4 and 2 swamps. It's got an instant adventure in Tropic Cloud, 1 in a swamp. Creatures you control gain Death Touch till end of turn. Damn, dude! And the actual dragon's got flying and Death Touch. I like you, guy. You were cool. That's a good pull there. Gond Gate. Gates you control enter the battlefield untapped. Add a colorless mana or add 1 mana of any color that a gate you control could produce. So that was good. Man, we got some good draws in this pack, man. Sailor's Bane. It's a 7/7 dragon turtle for 7 and 2 islands. It costs 1 less to cast for each card you own in exile and in your graveyard. That's an instant card, a sorcery card, or a card that has an adventure. And it has Ward 4. It's a bad fucker, dude. So if you got enough instants and sorceries in your graveyard, it's just going to cost 2 to play. It is a Val, Candlekeep Researcher, 2/3 Commander Human Wizard for 3 and an island. It's got Vigilance and tap it, add an amount of colorless mana equal to Val Candlekeep Researcher's toughness. This mana can't be spent to cast spells from your hand. It's got choose a background. Another Tavern Brawler. Astorian's Thirst. I don't know if I've seen you or not. Instant 3 in a swamp. Exile target creature. Put X/1/1 counters on a commander creature you control, where X is the power of the creature exiled this way. Ooh. You're a cool one. You meet in a tavern and a treasure token. God damn it, where's our bunny, dude? We're 2/3 of the way through and we haven't seen our fucking bunny yet, man. Put this little pile in the box here. There we go. So we're down to the final third of the cards, man, and I haven't seen no fucking bunny. Three fucking boxes, and so far only one bunny. There's a copy. Son of a bitch. Goliath Paladin, Breath Weapon, Heap Gate. Have we seen the Heap Gate? Yeah, untapped, yeah. Nature's Lore. This is a pretty common reprint here. It's a sorcery for 1 in a forest. Search your library for a forest card. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. It does not come in tapped. And we got another Psychic Impetuous, Atrocious Experiment, Goggles of the Night. Thieves' Tools. This is a reprint from the last Dungeons & Dragons set. It's an artifact equipment for 1 in a swamp. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Equipped creature can't be blocked as long as its power is 3 or less. Equip 2. That's a pretty nifty one there. I like that one. Your temple is under attack. Javelin of Lightning. Undercolor Maconid. Lapis Orb of Dragonkind. We've already seen that one, I believe. Sturge. God, what a piece of garbage that guy is. Skullwinder. This is a 1/3 snake with Death Touch for 2 in a forest. When it enters the battlefield, return target card from your graveyard to your hand, then choose an opponent. That player returns a card from their graveyard to their hand. Ooh. Null War Band. Jesus. Allura, Mystery Thief. Oh, that's really... I like the artwork on that one, dude. We've seen this one already, but we haven't seen that version of it. I really like that artwork, man. Way better than the other one. Cultist of the Absolute. This is the baddest fucking background, dude. Look at this. It costs 1 swamp. Your commander has +3/+3, flying and death touch, ward, pay 3 life, and at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. So the only downfall is having to sack a creature at the end of your beginning of your upkeep. But you get all that fucking bang for your buck for 1 swamp, dude. Oh, this is a cool one if I remember right. Yeah. Jihira, Friend of the Forest. It's a 2/3 human elf druid commander for 2 in a forest. Tokens you control have tap, add a forest. Choose a background. Yeah, you're a bad bitch. You're probably going in my elf deck, man. Or I might make another elf deck and make you the commander. Who knows, man? Illithid Harvester. It's a 4/4 horror for 4 in an island. It's got a sorcery adventure, plant tadpoles for X and 2 island. Tap X target creatures. They don't untap during the controller's next untap steps. Ooh, that's cool. And the actual creature has, when it enters the battlefield, turn any number of target tapped non-token creatures face down. They're 2/2 horror creatures. Huh. I just want the adventure from it, man. And Coronation of Chaos. All right, where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Damn it, it's the initiative again. Son of a bitch. Where's my bunny? Pretty pissed about the bunny, man. We got Bane's Invoker again. Bala's Invoker, the good one. Skilled Nurturer. Kinkook Artifacer, that cool guy. Ghastly Death Tyrant. A Sky Diamond. Seagate. Guardian Naga, you've been caught stealing. Downbringer Cleric. Dragonborn Looter. Trailblazer's Torch. Dread Linnorm. Bag of Holding. Inspired Tinkering. I think we've seen this one, just in case we haven't, though. It's a sorcery for 4 in a mountain. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards and create 3 treasure tokens. Yeah, we've seen this one in this pack. This is a cool one. Hammers of Meridian. Lazad, Dragon's Legacy. Agent of the Iron Throne. Have we seen this one yet? Not sure if we've seen this one yet or not. I have seen it before. It's a background for 2 in a swamp. And your commander has, whenever an artifact or creature you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. Yeah, I think we saw that right at the start of this box, I think. That's a cool one there. Font of Magic. I don't know. I don't think I've seen you at all. Enchantment, 3 in an island. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. Huh. Okay. And another Guardian Naga. Come on. Open. At least that last pack opened fucking easy enough, dude. Holy shit. There you go. Gentle. There you go. Come on, bunny. Devil. God damn it. Dude, I'm seriously going to lose my shit if we don't get a bunny, dude. I've only seen 1 damn bunny. Scouting Hawk. We've seen you, right? Yeah. Hoarding Org again. Ambitious Dragonborn. Dream Fracture. Murder. Mimimus Containment. Marble Diamond. Warehouse Thief. Blur. Command Tower. Nefarious Imp. Your temple is under attack. Navigation Orb. Contraband Livestock. Amethyst Dragon. It's a 4/4 dragon for 4 and 2 mountains. It's got a sorcery adventure. Explosive Crystal. Explosive Crystal deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. And then it's a dragon with flying and haste. It's a 4/4. 4/4 flying dragon with haste for 4 and 2 mountains. Okay, I'll take that. Severius, Nightmare Speaker. Lulu, Loyal Holophant. This is a funky one, dude. It's a 3/2 Elephant Angel Commander with flying for 3 in a plains. And at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, put a 1/1 counter on each tapped creature you control, then untap them. Choose a background. Another Cloakword Hermit background. Altar of Bahal. I don't think I've seen this one. It's an artifact for 1 and a swamp. It's got a sorcery adventure. Bone Offering for 2 in a swamp. Create a tapped 4/1 black skeleton creature token with menace. Ooh. That's cool. 2, a swamp, and tap it. Exile a creature you control. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Only activate as a sorcery. Huh, you're a cool one. You're pretty nifty. And Lazera Vlakif's Champion. It's a 3/3 commander gift warrior for 2 in a plains. If you would put 1 or more cards, counters on a creature or planeswalker you control, or on yourself, put that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. Choose a background. Not too shabby for 2 in the plains. We're down to our final 5. And still no bunny. Oh, there we go. I liked that one. There you go, guy. That's how you open them. Come on, bunny. Come on. It's a fucking night. God damn it. Earth Tremor, Sylvanas' Invoker, Grey Harbor Merfolk, Deadly Dispute, Great Sword of Tyre, Goggles of Night, Lightning Bolt, Mycotid Spore, Tender, Sea Hag, Hizuru, or however you pronounce that. You're confronted by robbers, the Genesee Enforcers, you meet in a tavern, Beckoning Will of Wisp. Don't think we've seen this one yet. I don't think I've seen this one, period. It's a 1/3 flying spirit for 2 in a plains. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent. Creatures attacking the last chosen player get +1/+0. Ooh, creatures chosen. So that'll be all of your opponents will get +1/+0 when they attack that guy too. Huh, okay. Oh, you're kind of a nifty one. Bane's Contingency. I don't think I've seen this one either. It's an instant for 1 and 2 islands. Counter target spell. If that spell targets a commander you control, instead counter that spell, scry 2, then draw a card. Ooh, damn, you're cool for fucking 3, dude. I like you. Skullport Merchant. It's a 1/4 dwarf citizen for 2 in a swamp. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. 1, a swamp, sacrifice another creature or treasure. Draw a card. Oh, I think this is off the a reprint from the Dungeons and Dragons, the last one, I think. Thraxus the Butcherer. 3, it's a 3/4 commander dragon peasant with trample. For 3, a mountain in a forest. And whenever it attacks, double the power of each dragon you control till end of turn. Yeah, this is a bad fucker, dude, especially if you got a dragon deck you're building. Criminal Past again. Spire Garden. I haven't seen you. Spire Garden enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. Add a mountain or a forest. I think this is a reprint. And another Skull Winder. So we're down to our... Nope, I got 4. Okay, we're not down to our final 3 yet. Why didn't you open like the last one opened, guy? Son of a bitch. And no fucking bunny. God damn it. Wah. And we got Young Red Dragon, Band Together, Young Blue Dragon, Armor of Shatters, Guiding Bolt, Fang Dragon, Decanter of Endless Water, Basilisk, Gate, Sturge, Marital Imperatus, Druidic Ritual, Evolving Wilds, Worms Crossing Patrol, Explorer the Underdark. I don't think we've seen this in this box yet. It's a sorcery for 4 in a forest. Search a library for up to 2 basic land and or gate cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Yeah, take the initiative. So... pretty good if you got a gate deck. This is a good one. Ambitious Cost. I don't think we've seen this one yet either. It's a sorcery for 3 in a swamp. You draw 3 cards and you lose 3 life. Levan, Cultist of Tiamat. I don't think I've seen this one at all. It's a 1/3 Commander Dragon Shaman for 2 in a mountain. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that spell's mana value. Choose a background. Servok Deathbringer. It's a 3/4 Commander Human Knight for 3 in a swamp. At the beginning of each player's end step, if no permanents left the battlefield this turn, that player loses X life, where X is Servok's power. Choose a background. Kind of a weird, nifty one there, guy. Street Urchin. It's a background for 1 in a mountain. Gives your commander 1. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. This creature deals 1 damage to any target. Ooh. I might put you in you can go in Animar or my red deck. It's a shame I've only got 1 of you. I think this is the first one of these I got, and I'd like to have another one because it might go good in 2 different decks I got. Gale's Redirection. Don't think I've seen this one either. It's an instant for 3 and 2 islands. Exile target spell, then roll a d20 and add that spell's mana value. 1 through 14, you may cast the exiled card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. 15 plus, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost for as long as it remains exiled. Yeah, I have seen this one before. That's pretty spiffy. And a Scouting Hawk. So we're down to our final 3, and we haven't seen the fucking bunny yet. I have no idea why, but it seems like every single set they make, there's like 1 token that isn't super spiffy, but it's hard as shit to get, man. And I don't know why the fuck they do that. It's just a 1/1 bunny. The bunny doesn't do anything spiffy, man. It's just a little bunny. How hard can it be to get the damn thing? Come on. Come on. Fucker. Son of a bitch, dude. Okay, we got another Ettercap. Timura's Invoker, Ghastly Death Tyrant, Blessed Hippogriff, Shiny Impetus, Skilled Nurturer, Sky Diamond, Ingenious Artillerist, Clockwork Fox, Colossal Badger, Underdark Explorer, Prized Statue, Marut. That's a nifty one. Arcane Signet. I don't think we've seen this one yet, but it's pretty common. It's just an artifact 2. It's a mana rock that produces 1 mana of your color's identity, commander's color identity. I don't think I've seen this guy at all. Githari Monk. It's a 3/2 Gith Monk for 4 in the plains. It's got flash and flying. And when it enters the battlefield, tap all creatures you don't control. Oh, damn, dude. You're a bad fucker. I like him. OG, the Exquisite Blade. It's a 2/3 Commander Human Monk for 2 plains and an island. And when it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life and scry 2. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Candlekeep Sage. We've seen this one, right? This creature enters or leaves the battlefield. I'm pretty sure we've seen this one. If not, you can pause it and read it. Duke Older Raven Guard. It's a 5/5 commander human noble soldier for 4, a mountain and a plains. If I remember right, you're pretty cool. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gains haste and myrid until end of turn. Yeah, you're a bad fucker, dude. Archivist of Oghama. It's a 2/2 halfling cleric with flash for 1 in a plains. I don't think I've seen this one before. Whenever an opponent searches their library, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Oh, you're cool, guy. You only cost 2? You're pretty cool for 2, guy. I like that one. Emoan Mystic Trickster. I don't think I've seen you either. You have... Oh, okay. Yeah, we've seen this one. Okay, yeah, we've seen that one. So we're down to our final 2. Come on. All I want is the bunny. Just give me the bunny and I'll be happy with this thing, dude. I'll be all shits and giggles. Damn it. It's the fucking initiative. Son of a bitch, dude. I've only got the 1 fucking rabbit token, man. Son of a bitch. Sword Coast Serpent. Atrocious Experiment. Great Sword of Tyre. Patron of the Arts. Nature's Lore. Winter Eladrin. I don't think I've seen this. It's a 2/2 fairy elf wizard. Ooh, you're an elf and a wizard. Nice. For 2 in an island. When it enters the battlefield, return up to 1 other target creature to its owner's hand. You're not super spiffy, but a 2/2 elf wizard for 2 in an island. I'll take it. Citadel Gate. Recruitment Drive. I don't think I've seen this one at all. It's a sorcery for 2 in a plains. Roll a d20. Create 2 white soldier creature tokens if you get 1 through 9. 10 through 19. Create 2 2/2 white knight creature tokens. 20. Create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens for 3. Okay. I'll take you for 3, guy. Pack Attack. You meet in a tavern. Lapis Orb of Dragonkind. Thieves' Tool. Faceless One. Mystery Key. This is a reprint if I remember right. It's an artifact equipment for 1 in an island. Whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice Mystery Key. If you do, draw 3 cards. Oh no, this is a new one. Equip 1. Oh, you're pretty cool. This is a neat one. I like this Mystery Key, man. Emerald Dragon. I don't think we've seen this one in this set yet, in this box. It's a 4/4 dragon for 4 and 2 forest. It's got an instant adventure, dissonant wave for 2 and a forest, and it counters target activated or triggered ability from a non-creature source, and the dragon's got flying and trample. So yeah, I like you, guy. You're pretty cool. Taunting Kobold. We haven't seen this one in this yet. It's a 0/1 kobold with haste for just a mountain. And whenever it attacks, go target a creature an opponent controls. Safan, Caliporn Cutthroat again. Acolyte of Bahamut. Oh, you're fucking cool, dude. It's a background for 1 in a forest. It gives your commander the first dragon spell you cast each turn. Costs 2 less to cast. Bountiful Promenade. It's a land that enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. And you add a forest or a plains. And another Draconic Lord. Come on. So this is it. This is our final pack, and we haven't seen a fucking bunny, dude. I think it's the Undercity. Nope, okay, it's not the Undercity. So it could be our bunny. Did we get the bunny? Come on. Come on, it's our last pack. Come on. Damn it! It's a fucking skeleton. Son of a bitch, we only got 1 bunny out of 3 fucking boxes we opened, dude. Holy shit. What a joke. Grey Slade, Roving Harper. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we've seen that one. Hoarding Org, Avenging Hunter, Draconic Lore, Seagate, Moss Diamond, Poison the Blade, Pilgrim's Eye, Bronze Walrus, the crappy familiar guy, Shardalin Dragon. I've seen this one, but not in this box yet. It's a 4/4 artifact dragon for 6, and it's got flying. Yeah, you're not impressive, dude. You cost 6. Steadfast Unicorn again. Swashbuckler Extraordinaire. I've seen this one, but not in this box, I don't think. It's a 2/2 dragon rogue warrior for 2 in a mountain. And when it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Whenever you attack, you may sacrifice 1 or more treasures. When you do, up to that many target creatures gain double strike until end turn. Oh, maybe we did see this one in this box. He's a pretty nifty one. I like him. Feywild Caretaker. I don't think I've seen this thing at all. 3/4 org wizard for 4 in an island. And when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. At the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying. You're a cool guy. Fireball. Halazin Emerald Archdruid. It's a 2/4 commander elf druid for 3 in a forest. And tap 1 until end of turn. Target token you control becomes a green bear creature with base power and toughness 4/4 in addition to its other colors and types. And choose a background. Hardy Outlander. Have we seen this one? I don't think we've seen this one. It's a background for 1 in a forest, and your commander has, whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, another target creature you control gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is this creature's power. We're down to our final 3. This is a bad fucker right here, dude. I like this one. Ascend from the Avernus. It's a sorcery with X and 3 planes. Return all creature and planeswalker cards with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then you gotta exile this. This is a bad fucker. That was a good pull, dude. And Worms Crossing Patrol. And so that's it. We did not get our bunny, man. What the fuck? 3 different boxes and a pre-release kit. And we didn't get more than 1 bunny, man. That's pretty sad. But that was the draft booster. What you can expect inside that. I thought that was a pretty good booster there. I'm happy with that one. Other than we didn't get our bunny, I'm pretty pissed about that. But I said this on the last 2. But in case you didn't watch them, I still like Streets of New Capena better. I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that right. The last set that came out is, I think, the best one they've had in a while. I like everything about that set. But this is also a good set. I really like this set. I did not like the last Dungeons & Dragons set. I thought the last one sucked. I thought the venture mechanic was not worth it because the dungeons they didn't provide you very good bonuses. But this dungeon does. The mechanics are good. So I like this set. Still like Streets of New Capena better, but this one's good. If you're looking to build a dragon deck, though, if dragon decks are your thing, this is the set to buy because it's got really badass